You know me as Candyman, but my real name is Daniel Robitaille. I was born in 1855 on a plantation in New Orleans. My mother was a slave, and life was filled with hardship and pain. But little did I know that my destiny would soon take a tragic turn. One day, a wealthy landowner named Hayward Sullivan approached me with an unusual proposition. He wanted me to paint a portrait of his daughter, Caroline. As I worked closely with Caroline, capturing her beauty on canvas, a forbidden connection began to form between us. The intimacy of our encounters led to a torrid affair, despite the societal barriers that stood in our way. Caroline and I couldn't resist the passion that consumed us, and soon she found herself carrying my child. Our secret love was discovered, and the consequences were dire. A bigoted lynch mob descended upon me, inflicting unspeakable horrors as they tortured and tormented me. Driven by hate and anger, Caroline's father and the mob chased me through the fields, determined to eradicate any trace of our forbidden love. In a gruesome act of brutality, my right hand was severed with a rusty arborist saw blade, leaving me mutilated and in unimaginable pain. To further debase me, they covered my wounded body in fresh honey from a nearby beehive. It was at that moment, as a small boy tasted the honey and proclaimed Candyman, that the crowd seized upon the name and shouted it with fervor. The bees swarmed over me, inflicting mortal wounds. As I lay dying, Caroline appeared before me, restrained by her father's cruel taunts. He brandished her mirror, mocking my disfigured state. With my dying breath, I gasped the words Candyman, embracing the name that had been thrust upon me. Caroline, filled with anguish and desperation, clung to the mirror, the only connection left to her lost lover. She hid it in the place where I was born, preserving a piece of our tragic story. Caroline eventually gave birth to our daughter, Isabel. Though Isabel was born Creole, Caroline raised her as a white child, concealing her true heritage. But the mirror held more than just memories, it became the vessel for my tormented and vengeful soul. The Candyman legend was born from that moment, a tale that spread fear and terror among those who heard it. Summoned through the mirrors of my victims, who dared to call my name 5 times, I returned to claim their lives with the hook that now replaced my severed hand. The mirror, my spiritual medium, granted me the strength to kill. I became the Candyman, a monster in the eyes of those who knew the tale.